Have you ever wondered if the love lives of the rich and famous are even more complicated and tangled than you might imagine? This year, a billionaire CEO was caught kissing his HR director in the audience, while both were still in a relationship. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. In today's video, we'll explore 10 shocking celebrity infidelity scandals you may never have heard of, from secret affairs and audacious betrayals to decisions that shook their careers, families, and public image. If you're curious, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next shocking stories, and prepare yourself for a dark side of Hollywood that rarely reveals. Few Hollywood love triangles have generated as much public attention and cultural impact as the Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina Jolie triangles of the 2000s. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were once considered Hollywood's golden couple. Attractive, stable, and almost perfect, like a modern-day fairy tale, but everything changed dramatically after their shocking divorce in 2005. Immediately afterward, the public relationship between Pitt and Angelina Jolie exploded in the media, with the public constantly wondering whether their on-screen chemistry had truly blossomed into real-life love. The filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith created a bond that transcended professional boundaries, making Pitt and Jolie the focus of much discussion. Although all three denied any signs of infidelity, the shift from Brad and Jen to Brangelina happened quickly, dividing public opinion into two camps. One sympathizing with Aniston, seeing her as a wife suffering under the public scrutiny, the other captivated by the adventurous and alluring romance of Pitt and Jolie, making them the most talked-about couple in Hollywood at the time. However, reality was harsh. Despite Pitt and Jolie marrying in 2014, becoming one of the most powerful and famous couples globally, they filed for divorce after only 2 years of marriage. This proves that even the most glamorous, passionate, and sought-after marriages can crumble under the pressures of real life and the relentless scrutiny of the spotlight. The story of Jesse James and Sandra Bullock remains one of Hollywood's most shocking infidelity scandals. Initially, the public was surprised when the famous romantic comedy star decided to marry Jesse James, a tattooed motorcycle mechanic and popular television personality. This seemingly mismatched combination created an image of a stable and happy couple, admired by many. However, in 2010, everything suddenly collapsed when several women publicly accused James of having had affairs with them. As the accusations piled up, the scandal quickly became the focus of media attention, forcing James to issue a public apology to Bullock and the world for his behavior. The consequence was the breakdown of the marriage, and Bullock, at the peak of her career, faced a storm of emotions and public pressure. She temporarily withdrew from major projects, including promotional events associated with her Oscar win, to heal and find balance in her life. Known for her warm, friendly, and vibrant image, Bullock now faced bitter betrayal, an experience completely opposite to the image the public once cherished. Ultimately, she filed for divorce and chose to temporarily withdraw from the spotlight, focusing on rebuilding her life and healing, while affirming her resilience and self-reliance. On July 16, 2025, the online world exploded when Byron, CEO of a billion-dollar software company, was caught in an awkward moment with Kristen, the company's head of human resources, at a Coldplay concert in Boston. A surprise kiss, accompanied by expressions of shock on their faces, was immediately filmed and went viral, garnering tens of millions of views in just hours. All attempts at secrecy only increased the attention, turning the moment into a subject of ridicule across social media. Even Chris Martin, the frontman of Coldplay, jokingly remarked, "Oh, look at those two." The consequences were swift. Byron, married to Meghan Carey and father of two, and Kit, who was also reportedly in a separate relationship, were both placed on administrative leave by the board of directors. Just 3 days later, on July 19th, Byron announced his resignation as CEO, a testament to the weight of public exposure in the digital age. The incident quickly transformed from a humorous moment into a widely circulated meme, simultaneously reviving old stories about the stressful work environment under Byron's leadership. This story serves as a stark reminder. In an age where cameras and social media are ubiquitous, the spotlight is no longer reserved for the stars. Anyone, in a single moment, can become the center of attention on the internet, with immeasurable influence and consequences. In 2022, the music and fashion world was rocked by a scandal that shocked the public, as if it had just stepped out of a long-running television series. The perfect image of Lavine, lead singer of Maroon 5, was suddenly exposed to the world. He had long been considered to be enjoying a happy marriage with supermodel Bahati Prince Lou. The scandal erupted when Prince Lou faced shocking accusations from Sumner Stroh, a TikTok influencer, who claimed to have had a year-long relationship with Lavine. The most shocking detail was the revelation that the singer had asked if he could name his unborn child Stroh, a bold suggestion that crossed the line of respect and immediately sparked outrage on social media. Shortly afterward, Lavine issued a statement denying any physical relationship, but admitted to acting thoughtlessly and engaging in inappropriate interactions during what he called a regrettable period in his life. However, this explanation did little to quell the wave of criticism, as many other women quickly came forward with similar flirtatious messages from the singer. The incident severely damaged Lavine's image, transforming him from a glamorous rock frontman into a public figure of promiscuity. Meanwhile, Prince Lou, pregnant with her third child, faced emotional distress under public scrutiny, prompting fans to express deep sympathy for her and her family, and reminding everyone that behind the glamour, personal challenges always exist. The relationship between Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore is still remembered as one of Hollywood's most emotional, captivating, and poignant marriages. For years, they were admired for their significant age difference, which didn't hinder their love, and their story was seen as proof of a deep relationship that defied public prejudice and skepticism. However, that image began to crumble when Kutcher was accused of infidelity to Moore. The woman involved was only 21 years old, reportedly met at a bowling alley, and this information quickly caused a sensation and deeply wounded Moore. In her memoir, Moore recounts that Kutcher became distant and emotionally cold, frequently avoiding shared plans and ignoring her concerns. This change created distance, paving the way for a short but deeply damaging relationship. For Moore, the betrayal was not just a momentary act, but a devastating emotional shock, shattering the trust she had placed in her husband. The marriage officially ended in 2013, marking a sad conclusion to a relationship once celebrated for its passion and differences. Even as time passes, the story continues to resonate deeply with the public and continues to inflict pain on Moore, who had openly shared her feelings of being hurt, underestimated, and ultimately broken by the very person she trusted most. The fairy tale romance between Gerard Piqué and Shakira, for many years, was considered a perfect example of the ideal combination of sports and music. The football star and the music superstar seemed to blend seamlessly. Admired worldwide as a power couple, they raised their two children together and built an image of love that transcended cultural differences, fame, and age. Their meeting on the set of the Waka Waka music video further convinced the public that this was a modern-day fairy tale. However, in 2022, the world was shocked when they officially announced their separation. Immediately, rumors began to spread, revolving around cracks in their relationship and the growing distance between them. Information about their busy schedules, separate trips, and the growing distance in their family life drew even more public attention. Shakira later admitted this was one of her most painful experiences, revealing the deep wounds hidden behind the public's usual glamour. For millions of fans who once admired them, this breakup served as a reminder that even seemingly strong relationships can face challenges. Personal pressures and constant public scrutiny can create cracks that are difficult to mend. What was once a symbol of love and commitment ultimately became an emotionally charged chapter in both their lives. A chapter that didn't pass quietly, but unfolded under the spotlight and the attention of the entire world. The marriage between Shania Twain and producer Robert Mutt Lange was once a symbol of the perfect blend of love and creativity, making a huge impact in the country pop music scene. They were not only husband and wife, but also artistic partners, creating a string of chart-topping hits, shaping Shania's unique musical style and building a seemingly impenetrable empire. For over a decade, their relationship was seen as a model of harmony between personal life and career. However, everything fell apart in 2008, when the couple unexpectedly announced their separation after a painful truth was revealed. Lange was accused of having an affair with Marie-Anne Thiebaud, a close friend of Shania's. The incident not only shocked the public, but for Shania, it was a profound shock of betrayal and trust, plunging her into emotional crisis and doubt about her ability to continue her career. However, Shania didn't let the pain defeat her. She persevered in healing, reflecting on her life, and gradually transforming the shock into motivation. Returning to music with a stronger spirit, she rediscovered her own voice, proving that even the deepest personal wounds cannot prevent a resilient person from rising and shining once again. While trust is the cornerstone of a relationship, Tristan Thompson repeatedly shook that foundation, subjecting Khloe Kardashian to emotional challenges no one would want to experience. Before meeting Thompson, Khloe had already faced deep emotional wounds from her marriage to Lamar Odom, forcing her to conceal the truth to protect her family's public image. However, her relationship with Thompson plunged her into a new storm. As Khloe prepared to welcome her first child, information about Thompson's infidelity unexpectedly leaked, putting immense pressure on her. A close friend recalled the tense moment of considering revealing the truth. Ultimately, the unwanted revelation became public. The story became even more complicated when Jordyn Woods became the focus of media attention, once again thrusting Khloe into the whirlwind of public opinion. Under pressure from the public and social media, she candidly shared her feelings of shock as everything unfolded too quickly and too publicly. Things reached a climax when Thompson confirmed she had a child with Marilee Nichols, while still in a relationship with Khloe. This series of events, with its escalating severity, created immense mental pressure as everything unfolded under the close scrutiny of the public. In this situation, Khloe was forced to find her balance, stand firm in the face of personal pain, and learn how to protect herself amidst the relentless media onslaught. The marriage between Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner was once seen as a stable and admirable model in Hollywood, leading many to believe in an ideal family amidst the glitz and glamour of showbiz. For over a decade, they were both famous stars and maintained a delicate balance between their careers, fame, and parenting roles. However, beneath that perfect picture, subtle cracks began to appear. When rumors surfaced about Affleck having an inappropriate relationship with his child's caregiver, the story quickly garnered public attention. Although neither officially confirmed it, the allegations remained linked to their split, becoming a widespread topic of discussion. Later, Garner candidly shared that the reasons for the breakup were far more complex than the public perceived, emphasizing that she didn't want anyone condemning Affleck on her behalf. A calm demeanor that demonstrated admirable maturity and strength of character. Nevertheless, rumors continued to affect Affleck's image, causing the public to view him through various lenses. Their story proves that even when a relationship ends for private reasons, external speculation, whether true or false, can leave a lasting mark. In Hollywood, such incidents are not limited to the personal lives of stars. They become part of cultural memory, recalled and analyzed from many different perspectives. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. See you in the next fascinating stories.